Hey Tony, Jessica Peterson here with Peterson SEO. Thank you for speaking with me earlier and accepting this free video. I am super excited you did, and it was great to be able to speak with you. It's been about 20 years since we were stationed down there, so I always get a little nostalgic every time I get to talk to people from the Killeen area. But anyways, I'm excited that you accepted this video because I'm just going to talk about a couple strategies you guys can start applying, and it's going to help your guys' business out, okay? I know that they will because I've worked these strategies with over 50 other restoration companies throughout the US, and it's made a huge difference. Right now, you've only been indexed for like 3 keywords, and you're getting a handful of people to your website per month. So you're missing out on the potential in your service area by not having everything fully dialed in, okay? So right now it looks like most of your local competition isn't really applying a lot of those strategies either. So you're organically just showing up without indexing because you have Killeen in here when we're searching a Killeen term. But the minute somebody shifts, you or a competitor decides to actually apply these strategies, you're going to be unbeatable, okay? It's going to be huge for you guys. So when it comes to ranking a website, it's not based on appearance, it's based on content. And you do need a lot of content. Google wants a separate page for all your major services, and it does look like you've done that. So you do the basic fundamentals. When people land on your page, you want them to be able to convert. So making it super easy for them, having a form right here on the top and click to call buttons can help up to 80% in conversions, okay? Now, when it comes to content, Google wants those separate pages because that allows you to hyper-focus on a specific service. Everything about the service, your processes for that service. Answer the most common questions, and then focus on the local keywords. So, since you're based out of Killeen, that's going to be water damage Killeen, water damage restoration Killeen, Killeen water damage restoration. People search differently. You want to capitalize on that, okay? And we do need to use those exact match keywords and throughout this page. Content is also images and video, as well as all the written content on this homepage. Your homepage is the most important page of this entire website because it's supposed to tie all of these pages together, okay? And so you do need a lot of content here. You're supposed to have at least 1,500 words or more. If your competitors have 1,500 words, you'll need 1,800 or 2,000 words. Okay, we always have to do better than whatever our competitors are doing. And to get ahead, you definitely want to do this. With the new AEO, Ask Engine Optimization, generative engine searches, you really want to capitalize on your content keyword strategies so that you show up when people are using Siri and Alexa or searching ChatGPT, okay? So you want to be able to come up when people search your keywords or use generative engines. You really ultimately need a separate page for each area that you serve. So I would have separate service area pages for each of the areas so that you can be found and index keywords, etc. in each area. That's really going to help you with more traffic. And then we just have to do better than our competitors. Google sends crawlers to your website that scans all of these pages, all of your images, all this text to learn about who you are. What type of services are you offering, and where do you offer those services, okay? It is confusing to Google when you mention multiple locations like this. They're not quite understanding. So you need a temple page, and you need to base everything else on Killeen. So if you're doing temple and Killeen, your homepage service pages should be Killeen, and then you should have a separate temple service area page. So you can focus on your services that you do in temple on the temple page, okay? So that's going to take some confusion out of it. Because when Google's confused, when they're not seeing the keywords, they can't index you, and they can't send people to your website. So making it as clear for your customers in Google as possible is going to help you to bring traffic to your website And then, of course, just doing better than your competitors. More content, better quality content, more pages, more blog articles, etc. And those blog articles add fresh new content every month, which Google loves. And it's going to help you to be able to index for even more keywords and drive more traffic. Okay. Now, your top competitor for Killeen for water damage is SERVPRO. You're already, at least today when I did the search, are already right above them. So you're already doing better. But SERVPRO is strong. It has a lot of power. So it is going to be very easy for them with the limited content and strategy you have on your website to be able to outrank you and push you way down on the rankings. Okay. So we always have to do better. So better quality content. And so when you're competing against these franchises, you're only competing against the franchisees, which only service a handful of zip codes. You don't have to compete against an entire franchise. And these guys are not allowed to modify their content or anything. And you can. So just writing better quality content, hyper-focusing on those keywords is going to give you a heads up. And is going to allow you to stay ahead of the game. Stay ahead of your competitors, especially these franchises, okay? Now, when we do a search on Google, there's 3 main areas that your website can show up and be able to be high in rankings, okay? First are generally going to be ads. Those are your local service ads and cost per click ads. I can see right here you guys are running a cost per click ad. But the biggest problem right now is that you're sending them to your water damage page on your main website. Okay? When you're doing ads, you have to have a special landing page designed for conversion. If you don't have those, you're wasting money on your ad spend because they're not going to convert. They're not going to convert on this page. Okay, you see how there's all these other pages that they can go to, a lot of other ways they can bounce off, and it's not relating to the actual ad that you have. So the landing pages are designed in a way that they're designed to convert. They can do 1 or 2 actions. They can call, they can submit a form, but there's nowhere else for them to go. Okay, you have to have the right type of landing pages to get the best results from your ads. The second section here, this is your Google Business Profile, Google Map Pack, and in this specific search, you are in the top 3, so awesome job. But if you find that you're not in this top 3 for any of your services, you do need to further optimize this page. Because this Google Map Pack here, the top 3, 30% of people come straight here and don't go anywhere else, okay? So you definitely want to be in the top 3 for all your keywords and services in your area. And further optimizing this profile, you need citations. That's simply getting the name of your business, address, and phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories like Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, Glassdoor, Yelp, etc. Okay? And so having more of those are going to help you also to be able to maintain your position or be in that top 3. And then this third section is your organic section. This specific search, like I said, you are showing up, not because you're indexed for the keywords. In fact, these guys aren't either. None of these guys are really doing anything, but you have more of the word Killeen in your first page than these guys do. And that's the only reason you got this boost, okay? The minute these guys try and do anything or put any SEO behind it, have a good content strategy, you're going to get buried. Okay, so in order to maintain this position, especially for each of the areas you're in, all your services, it all comes down to the foundation of this website. And you want to maintain this area because 60 to 70% of people come straight here and don't go anywhere else. And so when your website doesn't show up for your services, you lose 60 to 70% of the jobs available. Okay, so definitely still want to work on your content and keyword strategy because it won't be long before your competition is, okay? And then you have to support that, though, with SEO strategy and backlinks, okay? So this is a recipe tool we use to show how your website is performing. We can see you have a rating of a 1.1 out of 100 in Google's Trust Flow. Google doesn't trust your website, and that is because of the quality of the website, but also the power you're sending to it. We send power to websites with backlinks, and so you need a lot of backlinks, but not all backlinks are created equal. Okay, we only want good quality do follow links that are closely related to our business and our services. And so we only want to go after things like links from websites of other home service businesses and vendors, etc. And as you get better quality links, this score is going to go up. So Google's going to help promote your website even more. And it's going to help you to actually rank keywords once you get them indexed, okay? So right now you got 3 keywords and 8 people landing on your site. If we look at your keywords, we have a near me keyword here, which is not actually local. Near me is anywhere in the world. It's wherever people are searching. So we don't ever want to go after near me keywords. As long as you rank for, let's say this is flood repair. So if you were to rank for flood damage or flood repair or Killeen flood damage, something like that, you will automatically pop up when people search in near me. So we don't ever focus on near me's. You do have 1 keyword for water damage and temple, and that you're at the bottom of the first page for. And then you have this national term here. And so national terms, when we rank for them, the traffic that you get to the website may not actually be local. So we really do have to focus on a local strategy. When we look at the competition here, see how I said they have a powerful website? So we're only competing against the one area here, okay? But because the website is powerful, it has the potential to help them index for a lot of keywords and to drive traffic. And so we definitely always want to do better. They only have 14 backlinks for this specific location. Makes sense. Most SERVPROs don't apply SEO, but the weight of this website will help keywords begin to index and will drive traffic over time. So you definitely always have to do better than our competition is doing. Overall, organically, you are in a decent position, but like I said, all it takes is one competitor and you're going to be buried on the second page of Google. So you definitely want to focus on this so you can maintain position and actually show up for related searches when people are searching, and really drive the available traffic to you, okay? But please feel free to take these strategies, run with it, apply it yourself. Or if you'd rather focus on what you do best and have a partner in this, give us a call at Peterson SEO because this is our specialty. We specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys. Please feel free to reach out, respond to my email, ask any questions, or give us a call and we will be happy to chat. Thank you so much for watching and I look forward to hearing from you soon.